JamalLamont. Hi, my name is Jamal Lamont, and here are 5 general tips for being a seafarer or ship performer, or just a crew member. Number 1, find your peace, and find your peace. I cannot stress this enough, okay? You have to find your peace because living on a ship isn't normal. It isn't typical. It is a warped life inside of real life, okay? So please find your peace. Now for me, I know I had to come up with a routine in between my schedule. So that entails waking up, meditating, hitting the gym, if it's being in your room, if it's talking to friends online or on the ship. Find what it is that gives you your peace. I cannot stress that enough. It's so important for your longevity on a ship, okay? And maybe sometimes that could mean treating yourself. If you have guest privileges, that could mean going to the steakhouse or getting a drink from the guest bar. But find something that's not going to make you stress out anymore. And there are definitely a lot of ways to find your peace while you are away from home. Number 2, now, sometimes the food isn't good and sometimes it's great, but you want to be prepared and bring your snacks onto the ship. Now, there will be moments where you can get off at the home port, or you can get off at other islands, or even on the ship, you can purchase snacks. Have some in your cabin for the days where you just don't care to get food from the mess, or the mess food just isn't good. Sometimes you just need a fallback in your cabin. So at least that's what I did, and it helped me out a lot. I had a huge stash. I had protein shakes. I had Nature Valley bars. I had gummies. I had healthy snacks. In my first contract, I had a refrigerator, so I had fruit that I would have stowed away. Now, some things on some particular ships, some particular companies, you can't have certain snacks in your room. Now, be mindful of that, okay? But the things that you can have, and if you can keep them in copious amounts, have them stowed away in your room. Pro tip number 3, be mindful that you are a representation of the company. You are a representation of the ship. You want to always be mindful and tactful, especially around guests, even around crew members. But make sure you have yourself put together. If you're allowed to drink, you don't ever want to be drunk in front of guests, okay? Hold it together. Be respectful to others. Be respectful to yourself, honestly, because if you look a fool, you can get fired. If you look a fool, it may look back on the company, and then you may have to answer to your boss or your supervisor or whatever is above you, and you don't want to have to go through that. Number 4, know your why. And what I mean by that is, why have you joined the ship? To work on it, okay? For me, for my first contract, I wanted to save money. I did also want to travel, and it gave me opportunity to do what I love full time. But have your number 1 why, and then you have your subs under that. It may change once you get on the ship, but never lose sight of your why, okay? I think that is so important to keep you going on the ship, because ship life is different. Again, it's a warped lifestyle, okay? So have your why. And number 5, when you are boarding onto the ship as a seafarer, as a crew member, you definitely want to bring your needs and some of your wants, but you don't want to overpack too many things, okay? There will be moments where you'll get off on islands, or that you'll order clothes and you'll purchase souvenirs, or whatever it may be. You may be taking it home to family, or you may be keeping it for yourself, but you want to leave space in your luggage to take things home because you don't want to pay for surcharges at the airport. I try to avoid that at all costs, or at least try to prepare myself for a smooth travel to and from the ship. Alrighty, so those were your 5 general tips for being a seafarer performer or crew member. If you like what you heard or you want to know more, please leave it in the comments and I may get to it later. Also, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, peace and be blessed. Have a good one.